the particulars. I'm living proof this ain't fiction now.
Thanks for watching. I'm excited to introduce to you this new empowering series of non-traditional educational videos. This 200 series is an exciting series designed to teach you how to. I encourage everyone to review the 100 series. The 100 series gives you a general framework, fundamentals, and covers vital concepts necessary to apply to all our advanced level courses. Make sure you start in order. This course will teach you how to properly calculate partner payouts to avoid compromising your project prior to completion. In our previous videos, we discussed how to calculate cost for jobs or projects. In this video, we will talk about how much to retain post-project completion. Let's accurately talk splits. Splits are not what happens after hard costs. Hard costs are what people charge you to do work. You will need to address the personnel required to complete your project purpose, satisfy your project goals, appease key stakeholders, ensure major deliverables are completed, review the constraints of third-party completion, and address the assumptions. Your profits need to account for things such as taxes, permits, ongoing operating costs, marketing budgets, support staff, and additional supplemental items required for you to stay in business. You also need money to get by when jobs or projects do not show up. In our last two videos, we covered costs. These were designed for specific bids. Think jobs, aka hustle. We did not discuss how much reserves you need though. Remember, reserves are not about savings. This is about making sure you can continue to operate. I like to call this forecast capital. You're going to learn how to become what's called a super saver in this video. Without embracing this policy, you will go bankrupt, get evicted, or foreclosed. So pay attention. What we do is cyclical. You will have extremely high earning months. After large payouts, it will remain quiet. How you forecast is essential to staying in your profession. You can't stay in business without forecast capital. I think all of us wish people would come to us in a steady stream. We imagine endless referrals. We think people will look us up, read reviews, and that'll lead to business. In truth, that's not how it works. Often, for most people, it comes down to factors outside of our control. I've known top-notch people who did excellent work, and they went out of business. I've known master marketers get endless streams of business, only to get wiped out due to non-existent cash flow management. Essentially, they sold a product they could not deliver on. The sword of non-performance cuts both ways. Your personal budget's important. There's not enough classes on this. The ability to know your exact budget and spend it to the penny is important. I have two categories. I have fixed costs, and then I have discretionary spending. Discretionary spending is nothing more than bills without a due date. Groceries are necessary, but you don't get evicted if you don't go to the store. The same applies for gas. Anything which doesn't result in a loss of utilities, loss of dwelling, or loss of vehicle is a discretionary expense in my books. The same applies to whatever support service you employ to present your business. Here we're going to talk about a business budget. In my personal business, I have website subscriptions, professional liability insurance, bank fees, email server fees, office rent, professional software subscriptions, and hosting service for online correspondence. Think storage. I only travel for meeting people in order to bid jobs, bid projects, or review companies. When I go, I always set expectations that I want to be retained. I never travel anywhere without letting someone know up front I'm expecting to earn some money. Don't travel arbitrarily and call it relationship building. You can build relationships over the phone long distance. It's important to do all initial meetings in person. People need to feel you out, but after that, you can simply maintain contact by calling. Traveling outside of initial meetings should be done to close, not explore. Your stakeholders are important. We covered this in the last video. And remember, they suck up 60 to 70% of an entire project's initial costs. To maintain these professional stakeholders, you need to set precedent for more business or offer them a retainer to stand by. People will not stand by indefinitely for you if you are an infrequent closer. So either offer them a retainer or realize you need to feed them at least every 90 days to stay hyper responsive. Once every 6 months will keep them responsive. Anything beyond 6 months will result them kind of becoming infrequent. If you cannot feed a professional stakeholder at least once a year, the relationship will wither. It's not personal, it's just business. Your future operating costs determined, you should know how much to hold back to bridge you to your next project. I recommend at least withholding 6 months. Since costs shouldn't be that high, this should amount to about 10% of what you bring in as a gross figure, not off the net. From there, you should estimate your personal expenses. The percentage will vary on your personal expenses. I would encourage you to live modestly. If you choose a lifestyle which is costly, you might end up losing that lifestyle. I personally plan to have income for at least 6 months. I am most comfortable with 12-month intervals. The specific project cycles I select take anywhere from 12 to 24 months to complete. My project management company will make large sums of money one year and taper off for the remainder of the year. Typically, it is marked by large inflows in 1 or 2 months, and then the following months show little to no activity. That is my cycle. It will most likely be your cycle as well if your hustle is similar to mine. I choose high-ticket projects, which require sustained work commitments that range from 6 to 12 months. I personally take all the money up front. Some people will work on draw schedules and take a third. It might make your cash flow appear better throughout the year, but personally, I like to get everything up front. Assumptions are required even in forecast capital. I would encourage you to forecast lawsuits. This does not mean what I'm suggesting is unethical or somehow non-compliant with laws. Civil lawsuits are contract disputes. Often, projects do not always yield the results clients want. Remember, we discussed earlier the assumptions in our statement of work. As a project manager, you must assume 1, the client's representations are accurate, and 2, vendors will perform work as represented. Often, lawsuits arise from one or the other. Sometimes they arise from both. Clients who experience unsatisfactory results due to their lack of representations, often called warranties, often find themselves in financially adverse positions, and then they sometimes will shift the blame on you. They will demand money back, or worse, threaten lawsuits. This is why paperwork and signed statement of works are so necessary. For instance, I had to defend myself from completely false statements in omitted statement of work contracts. I have had some clients fail to do something as simple as recognize the fact that their omission of litigation history on an insurance application will result in a denial of their project. This is my gross record for following simple advice, which has taken me to over $12 million in gross revenue throughout the years. This is not about business, but a self-employed career which answers unique problems with unique solutions. These revenues have costs, licensing, and certification requirements. Keep this in mind. Remember, employment can be self-employment, and you need a W-2 if you're going to function in the regular world. I'm excited if you've made it to the end of this video. Get an ebook copy of my international best-selling book for free by clicking the link in the description. After you sign up, send an email, post sign up, and put this week's video code in your follow-up email asking for your free ebook for watching this week's video. Each week the code changes, so stay tuned for the following video and educational course. This week's video code is 206. No information in this course is designed to be a recommendation for investing, providing financial advice, or financial products. Please do not contact us for investment inquiries or any investment-related recommendations. This is a free educational tool to be used for informational and educational purposes only. See you next time, ladies and gents. Hustle hard. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so each time I come out with a course, you can stay ahead of the curve and hustle hard. Thanks a lot. Check me out at ChristopherKLopez.com.
Rise up